Back at 8:15, as we mentioned earlier, the debate around free speech is growing louder in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
President Donald Trump has commended the recent suspension of late-night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel and even suggested that more shows should be taken off the air. Anchor of Fox News Sunday, Shannon Bream, joining us live this morning to discuss this and other topics in Washington. Shannon, good morning.
Hannah and Tom, good to see you guys.
Okay, so as this is evolving, we're hearing about in Washington some more protections for free speech. Tell us what lawmakers are saying about all of this.
So listen, there are those who say you need to beef up the First Amendment protections, but there's this ongoing conversation, obviously in the context of comments by the FCC commissioner and the dismissal or suspension indefinite of Jimmy Kimmel. They're private groups, Nexstar and Sinclair, private businesses who had said, we're not going to carry this show for now. Maybe that's permanent, maybe it's not. And that a lot of people don't have a problem with. It's the appearance or the optics that the government may have had something to do with that. You even got Republicans out there saying that's not something we want to be happening, and they know it can turn around on them when they are not running the White House or Capitol Hill. So we'll see what these lawmakers have to offer up, if it goes anywhere, if it's just sort of a messaging bill, as we have a lot of those on Capitol Hill. But they've got some other big stuff to worry about here too, and don't seem to be making progress on that.
Right, and of course the deadline is approaching for that, for the funding of the government. In the meantime, though, the Supreme Court is set to hear challenges to the lower court and their decision with the president's tariffs in November. What do we think the high court will do here?
Well, listen, they're moving very quickly, at least by Supreme Court speed. It may sound like, oh, it's weeks away, but for them to boot some other cases off the calendar and add this on November 5th is a big deal for them. They clearly want to hear this on the merits. It's having full briefing. It'll have full arguments that day, and then we'll wait. Do they also fast-track a decision? Is it months away? I don't know. It's hard to know what they're going to do, but the lower courts have said, for the most part, that they don't think the president had the power under this International Emergency Powers Act to levy a tariff. They say he's got other powers. And listen, there are other tariffs that he has levied that aren't connected to this, but this is a big chunk of them. So I'll be very interested to see if we can get clues from the justices what they're going to do when we actually hear the arguments on November 5th, and then the waiting begins.
Sure. Okay, and Shannon, something more urgent, something's happening possibly today. We're expected to hear the latest on a possible deal for the social media app TikTok. What do we know so far about this?
So what we've heard is that President Trump and President Xi started their call about 8 a.m. Eastern this morning, and that is top of mind. You know that there was huge bipartisan support for shutting down TikTok in the U.S. market unless it was completely divested from any kind of control connected to the Chinese government. So the president is saying this deal that has come together would handle those concerns, will put those fears to rest. So we'll see. But this call today is really important on that front. You know they have so many other issues on tariffs and trade, and maybe after this call we find out whether they're going to have an in-person meeting, which would be the first in this second Trump term.
Right. All right. A lot of good stuff there. We'll be watching. Thank you, Shannon. Shannon Bream joining us. We'll see you Sunday like we do every week right here on Fox 9. Sandwiched in between the Fox 9 Morning News, it's Shannon at 8 a.m.